Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this set of Sebastian inspired Mickey ears. These are light up ears and they are wire ears. And I do want to give a warning at the beginning of this video because I accidentally set the lights to a strobing effect during the tutorial. And I just wanted to give a little warning in case that is something that might negatively impact anyone. Please click out of this video and check out one of my other light up ear tutorials where the lights are not set to a strobe effect. Sorry about that, you guys. Let's jump into this tutorial. So starting out with this little Sebastian figurine that I had on hand, I'm going to be using him in this little design, but honestly any little Sebastian would be good. And then these are my favorite headbands. I have a version of these linked for you guys through YouTube and then also in my Amazon storefront. You're also going to need some blue floral wire. I get mine from Dollar Tree, but I haven't seen it in a really long time, so I'll try to link something from Amazon as well. I also am going to be using these battery operated lights, which I have linked as well, and then a mixture of florals, mostly from Dollar Tree, that remind me of the ocean. So some of them are from like the Easter section that I picked up a while ago, and just various types of textures and plants that look kind of like the plants in the song Under the Sea. So starting out with the blue wire, that is how we're going to make the ear itself, and I'm going to be wrapping it around this Bath & Body Works candle. Any candle or cup that has a 4-inch even diameter will help you do this. This is just to get the general shape on the ear, and then it's probably going to get misshaped while we work and need to be reshaped, but this will give you a good idea of where to cut to give yourself some excess. So you want to have enough to wrap all the way around the candle, and then about a 2-inch excess kind of stick that sticks out. And then using my ear spacing template, that is how I'm going to get the actual better shape of the ear. And I'm going to twist the bottom together. So I'm going to take the two ends of the wire and twist it around. These don't need to be perfect. All of the florals are going to cover up that bottom portion of the ear anyway. So just make sure that it's nice and tightly closed so that the ear doesn't come open. You are going to want to lay these on top of each other just to compare the sizes because you want them to be pretty similar. And then you can kind of work with the wire to get it to where they're mostly symmetrical. Next, we're going to go ahead and attach these to the headband. So I'm pushing down on the wire to form the same arch as the headband, and then applying just a little bit of hot glue. I'm going to hold this down onto the headband. I'm not doing a crazy amount of hot glue, and these are going to be wobbly at first, but we're going to do a lot of reinforcement through the rest of the design. So as long as they're attached and in the right place, then you're good to go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just kind of pushing the wire to conform to the arch of the headband, applying a little bit of hot glue to the wire, and then firmly holding that down onto the headband. Once that glue is totally dry, then we can move on to the next step, which is going to be stringing the lights all the way around the ear. So the next step is going to be adding some of the florals onto the headband. So I am cutting these down to make them much, much smaller than they are. It just makes them a little easier to work with, and I also think it goes with the ocean type of aesthetic a little bit better. There's not much to explain with this. Just add a little bit of hot glue to the florals and then tap it down onto the headband. And look at your spacing. Make sure that you don't use up all of one color in one area because you do want it to be spread out and ultra colorful. I am going to increase the speed on this part because it's just gluing on flowers, but just in case you want to see how the process works, I am going to leave it in. Once I got to a point where most of the front was covered in florals, then I'm going to go in with the lights. So the reason that I did some of the florals first is because I did want the lights to light up the flowers in the ears. And so I needed something for the wire to be able to kind of like camouflage in between, if that makes sense. So taking my light strand, I've already kind of unwound it, and I am going to turn it on so that I can see where the lights are. I'm so sorry that I have it on the strobing effect. I apologize, you guys. I am going to be weaving this in and out of the flowers. As you can see me doing here, I'm just kind of wrapping the wire around the flowers because that is where all of the lights are going to be focused. And I am trying to keep it concealed. So those lights are pretty bright and they will light up all of the florals. You don't need the lights poking out of the flowers in order to be seen. Once you've woven most of the strand through the lights, you are going to need to leave a little space in the center for your light box. So I decided to glue mine down to the very center of the headband, and I'm also going to position Sebastian on top of it because it gives him a little bit of height and makes him easier to be seen. So I'm finishing weaving the wire through, and then I'm adding hot glue to the bottom of the light box. I've never had a problem doing this before. And then I'm going to attach him down, or sorry, attach the battery pack down to the headband. I am gluing Sebastian on top, and some people might say like, oh, but how do you access the batteries? Honestly, I would just pop him off and change the batteries out and then glue him back on. It really wouldn't be that big of a deal. Finally, those lights are done strobing. I am so sorry I did that, you guys. I cannot believe I didn't think about that. Anyway, so now Sebastian is glued on top of that little battery pack. We're going to go and finish filling in with florals. So obviously you're wanting to conceal the battery pack so that nobody can see like the on switch and stuff, but you still want to make it to where your hand can get in there and turn the lights on. And next I'm going to be covering the back of the headband. So same thing as before, I'm just kind of looking at where I want the flowers placed and then trying to cover up the wire of the light strand as well because I want it to look nice and clean. And once you have all of your florals filled in and glued down, that is the final step in making these cute little Sebastian under the sea inspired Mickey ears. I think these came out really, really cute. And I love that they light up. I think they'd be really, really fun to wear in the parks. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think down below. And give this video a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. Check out all of my other DIY Mickey ear tutorials and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!